Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another NBA, another reaction video. Today, we're going to react to the fall of NBA Live. We watched the fall of Madden, now we're going to watch the fall of NBA Live, man. This is by Sports Drink TV. Yeah, let's get right into it. Fuck NBA Live, by the way. Fuck them niggas, bro. Them niggas blackballed me. It is what it is. They get a dick for all I care. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
When someone wants to play a virtual game of NBA basketball, what game do they play?
2K.
Do friends ask each other to come over and play live, or come over and play 2K? If you caught a friend playing NBA Live, you'd probably make fun of them.
Not really.
The first question to them would probably be, why?
Yeah.
It wasn't always this way, however. When Electronic Arts released NBA Playoffs in 1989, they created one of the most successful franchises in the history of video games. Later called NBA Showdown, and in 1994 dubbed NBA Live, the series was once the NBA game of choice. It was the most well-received, most popular, and most iconic basketball video game of its time. Somewhere along the way, however, something changed.
Fucking NBA Live 08.
Corruption
Goddamn.
got in the way. Ironically, Live's best shot at returning is to capitalize on its competitors' greed and corruption. But it's likely too little, far too late.
Yep.
NBA Live fell victim to stagnation and a lack of innovation. After being the top dog for so long, EA stopped trying. This led to sales dropping, fans leaving, and eventually, of course, desperation. Rebranding to save face, only to have it backfire so hard that they unrebranded. Hiatus after hiatus, false promises. The few fans they had left became alienated. The new fans who came to try something new left quickly. Loyalty was punished. Pain and misery were all that remained. NBA Live was really good. In fact, great. But it didn't last. Electronic Arts failed to understand that the bar keeps rising. With new technology comes new expectations.
That controller ain't even on.
Sometimes, when competition rises, it brings out your best. Oftentimes, however, it doesn't. And then you lose. This is the story of how NBA Live lost.
Good. Wait, what?
Thanks to Raycon.
Fuck no, 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 fuck no. If y'all want that, hey, here you go. There go y'all discount right there, right there. Pause it right there if y'all want y'all discount. Fuck out of here.
In 1989, EA Sports released a basketball game titled Lakers vs. Celtics in the NBA Playoffs. A year after releasing their first football video game, John Madden Football, EA was looking to expand into other sports. Thanks to the early success of Madden, the NBA and EA partnered together to release the first officially endorsed NBA video game featuring real NBA teams and players. The game included stars such as Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Patrick Ewing, just to name a few. The first NBA playoffs game was a huge success, and despite some criticism for lacking difficulty, the game was a critical success as well. This was the first EA game to feature the EA Sports Network logo, which would eventually become EA Sports, and also the first basketball game to feature signature animations, including Charles Barkley's signature dunk. Featuring 8 teams, 4 in each conference, and having a TV-style broadcast with commentary, a halftime show, and even showing lineups prior to the opening tip, the game was the start of something huge. The next game in the series, Bulls vs. Lakers in the NBA playoffs, was more or less the same. However, it introduced the instant replay feature and was also the first basketball game to feature NBA team logos on the court. After a few more releases including Team USA Basketball and Bulls vs. Blazers, NBA playoffs rebranded to NBA Showdown in 1993, featuring every single NBA team at the time, Showdown was a huge step forward. Instead of saying Electronic Arts on the packaging, it said EA Sports for the first time. It was also the last game to include Michael Jordan until NBA Live 2000. And then, in 1994, NBA Live was born. EA moved development duties from San Mateo, where the NBA playoff games were developed, to Vancouver, and NBA Live took off. NBA Live 95 innovated in many different areas, including features such as Create a Team and an all-new isometric camera perspective, which EA borrowed from FIFA. This game was iconic, garnering praise from nearly every media outlet and helping EA dominate the sports video game market. Live 96 continued building on the strong foundation of the series by adding a Create a Player feature, allowing users to input themselves into the game or create fictional characters. Once again, thanks to improvements in FIFA, EA borrowed from the soccer game once again to provide the ability to change the camera angle for multiple different options. Graphics also took a big step forward, as NBA Live 96 was the first live game to release on the PlayStation. While players remained 2D sprites, courts were rendered in 3D. The game was praised heavily for the introduction of Create a Player as well as the all-new post-up move. NBA Live did have some competition back then, most notably from the 3DO game Slam and Jam. But Live was a superior game, innovating further than its competition. Every year EA Sports brought something new to the table. While Live didn't have the best graphics at the time, it was the most polished and complete basketball game. Live took a big step forward with NBA Live 97, which included revamped graphics. Player models were now rendered in 3D, and animations were motion captured from real NBA players. Kobe Bryant made his video game debut in Live 97, and the game once again received critical acclaim. Live 98 improved upon the game with new player models and faces based off of photographs of the players, along with a new passing system that is commonplace today, where you simply push a pass button and the game passes to the closest teammate. The game added some new game modes that changed the series forever, including a GM mode that allowed players to run a team by drafting players, and the 3-point shootout was a fully playable game mode that could be played split screen with friends or by yourself. This was the most successful NBA Live game at the time, selling more copies than any other EA Sports basketball game before. NBA Live was getting really good. NBA Live 99 added a practice mode and another new mode similar to 98's GM mode, where users could run a team for multiple seasons and their players would develop over time. This mode was the predecessor to franchise mode. While many of these features seem like obvious additions that we might take for granted in today's basketball games, they all came from somewhere, and that somewhere was NBA Live. The series was improving at an exponential rate, and without it, basketball video games would be nowhere close to where they are today. NBA Live 2000 introduced legendary players and brought Michael Jordan back into the game. It also added a one-on-one mode. Many longtime NBA Live fans consider Live 2000 to be one of the greatest entries in the series' history, with some...
That's where it all started for me. Right here, NBA Live 2000. This is where it all started for me. They said they had Michael Jordan in the game. Mama, can I have it? Mama, can I have it? Please, 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 Mama, can I have it? That's where it all started for me.
I'm even calling it the greatest live ever. Live 2001 was a step forward and 2 steps back for the series. This was the first NBA Live game on the PlayStation 2, and the graphics took a huge step forward, but there were some issues. There was no longer a franchise mode or the 3-point contest. While the game was technically impressive, many were let down by the lack of depth. The game also had some oversights, such as a lack of a 5-second rule. NBA Live 2002 was similar and didn't fix many of the issues in Live 01. The series was starting to stagnate, and games like NBA 2K were improving and giving people pause before buying NBA Live. The game did bring franchise mode back, and it was deeper than ever, but the gameplay was still very flawed. The NBA had recently abolished the illegal defense call, allowing teams to run a zone defense as often as they wanted. This was a huge change for the sport, but in NBA Live 2002, you couldn't even run a zone defense. The game did fix the 5 and 3-second rule oversight from Live 01, but the game lacked a technical foul penalty, meaning there was not much of a punishment for committing these rule violations. The game wasn't without its pros, however, with new realistic dunk animations allowing players to body one another. The new franchise mode was deeper than anything competitors could offer at the time. Live, however, was no longer easily the top game. Other games were getting closer, and Live needed to make some big changes to keep their market share. Luckily for the series, EA Sports completely revamped NBA Live 2003.
This right here, NBA Live 2003, was that shit. Especially when you got it with the soundtrack. You got the soundtrack CD to go along with the game. Nigga, EA was on top, nigga. And 2K3 was trash that year. I don't care what y'all say. I hated 2K3. I hated that slow crossover that they... Bro, fuck that shit. Fuck 2K3.
Releasing an amazing game, thanks to the introduction of the freestyle control system and taking the franchise back to its roots with a fun arcade-style gameplay. The gameplay was still mostly realistic, don't get me wrong, but it pushed fluidity and fun over complete simulation. An interesting note with this game is that the soundtrack went platinum, the first ever video game soundtrack to do so. NBA 2K3's franchise mode had surpassed Live's at this point, but it didn't matter. Live's gameplay was more fun and easier to pick up and play. The game appealed to the masses and was simply more popular. Live was faster, more fluid, and just felt natural to play. NBA Live 2004 featuring Vince Carter on the cover.
The GOATs. The fucking GOATs. The fucking GOAT, man. What are we talking about here? The fucking GOAT. That's why I went back to this one. Because this is the fucking GOAT of all NBA Lives. You can say Live 2005 all you want to. No, nigga. It's only good for the dunk contest and the 3-point contest. That's it. If we talking gameplay wise, I'm taking NBA Live 2004 all the time. You cannot tell me any differently. You cannot tell me any differently. NBA Live 2004 is the fucking GOAT. The gameplay was fluider. It's more better. It's not all over the place like NBA Live 2005 was. They focus more on the dunk contest and the 3-point contest. They focus on the 3-point contest and the dunk contest more than anything. They did not focus on the gameplay like that. NBA Live 2004 is the fucking GOAT. I don't care what you say. It ain't no fucking discussion. It's no debate. You cannot debate me on this. NBA Live 2004 is the fucking GOAT of all NBA Lives. Hands down. There's nothing you can tell me, my nigga. There's nothing you can tell me about this. NBA Live 2004 is the fucking GOAT in the discussion. There's no better game than this one. This was the peak of this game. Of this franchise, I should say. Vince Carter on the cover was the peak of NBA Live. I don't give a fuck.
Cover was one of the greatest entries in NBA Live's history. NBA Live 04 took some of the criticisms of Live 03, most notably by those claiming it was too arcadey and not realistic enough, and addressed them. Live 04 had a slower pace than 03, but maintained the same level of fun and pick-up and playability. Player animations were overhauled, resulting in a game that looked more lifelike than ever before. In order to make the game even more immersive, players had real-life shoes in the game, featuring all the major brands. The game had an NBA store where you could use in-game earned credits to buy classic jerseys, shoes, and more.
Or cheat codes. Get cheat codes.
Sold very well. Some people might have argued that NBA 2K or NBA Inside Drive were better games, but
hey, NBA Live Inside Drive was fucking fire, nigga. If they ever put out a stable Xbox emulator, we definitely playing NBA Live Inside Drive. We're gonna start off with 2003 and work our way to 2004. We just gotta find a stable Xbox emulator. OG Xbox. They don't have many Xbox emulators, bro. They got them on PC, but they don't got them for the Xbox though. They got RetroArch, but RetroArch is iffy on RetroArch if you go get an Xbox game to work. if for all my emulation people, y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all don't do emulation on the Xbox, then you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now.
At the time, Live was easily the most popular NBA game. However, with competition heating up, Live had to continue pushing the envelope and innovating, because all it might take for their player base to jump ship would be one big mishap. Luckily for EA, NBA Live 05 was a classic. Even today, NBA Live 2005 is considered to be the greatest NBA Live ever made. While some people
It's alright, but it ain't 04.
might argue for another game in the series, the overwhelming consensus is that Live 05 was the peak of the series. Live 05 added the All-Star Weekend, with the dunk contest, 3-point shootout, and actual All-Star game. Franchise mode got major upgrades, now labeled Dynasty mode, and the gameplay took steps forward as well, resulting in one of the greatest basketball games of all time. The game wasn't perfect, but it was really good. But then, after the release of Live 05, something happened.
Yep.
In late 2004, EA and the NFL signed an exclusive rights agreement, meaning EA was the only company allowed to make NFL games. This essentially killed off NFL 2K, shifting 2K's focus almost exclusively towards their NBA game. Electronic Arts now had the pressure of making the exclusive NFL game, as well as FIFA, MVP Baseball, NASCAR, NHL, and of course NBA Live. 2K, on the other hand, only had to focus on their baseball, hockey, and basketball games, with almost their entire dev team being dedicated to NBA 2K. With NFL 2K out of the picture, NBA 2K, already a great series on the rise, was only going to get better, while NBA Live was going to get less attention. With a new console generation coming, NBA Live's future wasn't looking great. Not only that, but 2K had released all their sports games at just $20 that year, so the player base of NBA 2K rose exponentially. The pressure was on EA. NBA Live 06 released on the Xbox 360 as the first NBA Live game on the next generation of consoles. However, NBA Live 06 was bad. While 06 was pretty good on the previous generation of consoles, it was clear what direction the series was heading towards. I made a video on Madden 06's development and how the game was awful on 360 but great on PS2. The same can be said for NBA Live. The only difference was that NBA Live had competition. If you sold your PS2 or Xbox 4 and Xbox 360 and you got NBA Live 06, you would have been incredibly disappointed, and you likely would have jumped ship and bought NBA 2K6. NBA 2K6 released on the 360 as well, and while the game wasn't anything crazy, 2K was able to port over most of their game from the previous generation of consoles and build upon that foundation, while Live started completely fresh. This was the first year that NBA 2K was objectively better than NBA Live. NBA Live 06 was pretty, as the HD graphics looked great at the time, but that's about all the game had going for it. Frame rate issues, awkward animations, and many features were just lost. After years of upgrading and innovating the franchise mode, it was completely dropped in the next-gen version of Live 06. It was still in the previous gen version and still very good, but it was only a matter of time before EA stopped developing for the older systems. Live 06 was a sign of things to come, and the beginning of the end for NBA Live's reign of success. Unfortunately for NBA Live fans, Live 07 was somehow even worse. Expectations were high, as NBA Live 05 was great, and after a down year with Live 06, the series had to improve, right? The graphics looked great on next gen, so all they had to do was improve the gameplay, somehow. NBA Live 07 was not only a bad game on 360 and PS3, but it was also a bad game on the PS2. How did they mess that up? Live 07 brought back the franchise mode as well as other requested features such as the dunk contest, but they were straight ports from the PS2 version. The dunks were identical, the exact same animations with no change. Gameplay was neglected despite being the biggest issue with 06, and even got worse in some areas. This was the game that showed Live players that EA didn't care about their once beloved basketball franchise.
At
the
all.
franchise that helped build EA Sports from the ground up back in 1989 was now pushed to the back burner. And for what? Madden and FIFA weren't even good games on the next-gen consoles at this point in time. It was a kick to the stomach. Of course, 2K continued to push the envelope and took on the role that formerly belonged to NBA Live. Live sales were dropping, but the game was still selling well based on name recognition. EA shifted their focus towards maintaining those numbers rather than producing an actual good game. Instead of fixing the core issues of NBA Live, EA tried to add cool back-of-the-box features to help advertise the game. Sound familiar? NBA 2K was quickly becoming the NBA game of choice for players and critics. NBA Live 08 and 09 were better, but still not anything
Trash.
great or even good, while NBA 2K kept improving and was becoming a fantastic series. It was
09 was slightly overrated, but both games were trash.
clear that while EA was trying to beat 2K in sales through marketing, 2K was simply focused on making the best basketball game they could. The people in charge of 2K were making the game from a place of love for the sport, while EA seemed like they didn't care about anything but numbers. In 2009, something amazing happened for EA. Mike Wang, a former 2K employee who was one of the main reasons NBA 2K was taking off, left 2K to join EA and help develop NBA Live 10. On why Wang left 2K, he said,
And EA fucked that up. EA fucked that up. NBA Live fans, y'all have to understand. Y'all had a 2K nigga make a good basket. All it took was one 2K nigga to make one good NBA Live. One. If that don't show you that y'all, the developers of y'all game are fucking trash, I don't know what to explain to y'all anymore, EA fag boys. I don't know how to explain it to y'all, bro. I really want y'all EA fag boys to understand something, bro. I really want y'all to understand this, bro. I understand, EA fag boys. Y'all had to hide in the dark with this company. Every time 2K make a progress and make a better game and an elite game that's top notch, y'all gotta sit in the background and take that shit. It hurts y'all pride. I understand that. But nigga, a 2K nigga jumped ship to y'all company and made arguably one of the last best NBA lives y'all ever had. Let's be real. You haven't made a game that could even match the excellence of NBA Live. Oh, NBA Live 10. Since, nigga. NBA Live 16, garbage. NBA Live 18, mediocre. NBA Live 19, garbage. What are we talking about, bruh? A 2K nigga can only save y'all game. Can only save y'all franchise. And then old boy, Scott O'Gallagher, didn't Scott O'Gallagher jump ship? And once he jumped ship, we still ain't heard nothing from y'all. We still ain't heard nothing from the NBA Live development team. Scott O'Gallagher has jumped ship to y'all boys. And still nothing has happened. That just goes to show you EA ain't shit. The developers ain't shit. Stop defending this fucking company and accept what's real. NBA Live is dead, nigga. It's dead. It's garbage. It's been garbage. The only way you can get it back is if you get Mike Wang back on the train, nigga. Because that's the only way you going to make a good game. But guess what? 2K got him locked up now. He not going to go back over there because he had a bad experience over there. So he jumped back and made 2K11. Just to show y'all fuck niggas how to make a fucking good game. Fuck EA, nigga. Fuck NBA Live, nigga. Fuck that garbage ass shit, nigga. Y'all niggas better fucking understand it. It's garbage, bro. It's been garbage and it's gonna stay garbage because they don't have the right fucking developers. Developers are trash. The company is trash. There's nothing that can save them. This is the only time they got saved. And they could never do it again. Have fun with your dead ass franchise, EA fag boys. Have fun.
I was looking at where NBA Live was, and I felt like they were behind us in a lot of ways. I was also looking at my own team and thinking, there's some things I wish we could do differently. We could be different in some ways. My twisted thinking was, if I could go to EA and I could shore up gameplay, then maybe there'd be this really heated rivalry between 2K and Live again, and it would push the basketball genre forward. Wang was clearly a difference maker. NBA Live 10 was actually really good. No longer could you hold sprint and dunk every possession. AI was vastly improved, animations were improved, presentation was improved, and the game was a huge success. The Live versus 2K debate was real. A notable addition to Live 10 was the dynamic DNA features, which allowed players to play NBA games throughout the season with real player stats, lineups, and more, immersing players into the NBA season. Mike Wang was the hero NBA Live fans deserved, and he was here to stay. The future of NBA Live was looking up, and there was now fierce competition between NBA Live and 2K. This is the part where I tell you that NBA Live 10 was the last NBA Live game until Live 14. Mike Wang left EA right after the release of NBA Live 10, and he went back to 2K. This was huge news at the time, almost as big as a major coach leaving his new team for his former team. 2K fans were delighted by the news, while Live fans were not happy to say the least. However, NBA Live 10 was pretty good, so how badly could EA mess this up? Really badly, it turns out. It's almost impressive how badly EA screwed up. They killed NBA Live. They killed it. They decided to change the name of NBA Live 11 to NBA Elite 11 and screwed up so bad that they thought it would be smarter to go right back to NBA Live for next year. What exactly happened? So Mike Wang left, went back to 2K, and helped them create arguably the greatest NBA game ever made, NBA 2K11. EA now had the pressure of trying to improve upon their first good game in a while, Live 10, without Mike Wang. Instead of building upon what Wang created and gradually improving like 2K had been since the Dreamcast, EA did what EA always does and decided to throw away what worked and try something brand new from scratch.
Garbage.
First, the name change. Longtime NBA Live fans were unhappy. What was wrong with the name Live? It was iconic. And why did Mike Wang leave? What is EA doing? The name change wasn't even close to the worst part of all of this. They completely redesigned the controls. Gone were the days of pressing buttons to pass or shoot. Now everything was analog, sticks, triggers. How do you even do anything in this game? Passing the ball, shooting the ball. Normally easy things became tedious and impossible for new players. The game released a demo for people to try before release, and
that shit was garbage.
One YouTuber named Mr. Lux released a video of a glitch where Andrew Bynum T-poses at center court. It was labeled the Bynum Jesus glitch. Another glitch had Luol Deng draining any shot from a certain part of the court. Besides that, the game was a complete mess, so much so that EA didn't even release it. It was delayed and then cancelled. Live 10 got roster updates instead. All this, while 2K dropped their best game to date. At Live's peak, the game was fun and easy to play. Anyone could pick up a controller and start using their favorite players. Maybe that's why EA changed the name to NBA Elite, because it no longer was NBA Live. They had no idea what made Live great in the first place. It was all about marketing and had nothing to do with releasing a good basketball game. EA noticed that NBA 2K10 sold more copies than NBA Live 10, so they hit the panic button. Why build on NBA Live 10 if it didn't sell as well? We need to do something drastic. EA failed to realize that in their attempt to gain new players, they lost their core loyal player base. Those that stuck with
because EA is a company that goes by this logic. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So why put out another product? They don't waste their time on it. Madden makes money. FIFA makes money. UFC makes money. NHL makes money. NBA Live don't make money. So there ain't no purpose for it. That's how EA rocking. They don't care about their fan base. They don't care about the people that love that game. They only care about the money. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. That's how EA rocking.
EA through Live 06 through 09 what were thought to have been the dark ages were punished. If 2K just released what many are calling the greatest basketball game of all time, with Michael Jordan on the cover, what am I doing here? Reading news about NBA Elite 11. I'm gonna go play that. Players jumped ship and EA just watched. Some stayed around though. When EA announced the cancellation of Elite 11, these fans waited patiently for the next game, holding out hope that the franchise would soon return to its glory.
I would say some of them niggas' names, cause some of them came at me a little too reckless on the Twitters back in the day. On the Twitter sphere, a couple of them hit me in the DMs. A couple of them tweeted at me, actually. A couple of them actually disrespected me by mentioning my name. I even found Reddit forums. I never was on Reddit. I was just scrolling through some shit one day, and I just typed in my name on some I typed in my YouTube name on some egotistical shit. Found out it was a fucking Reddit page. This was like a couple of years ago. This is like during the pandemic. I found out there was a fucking Reddit page. It's taken down now. But they had a Reddit page dedicated to hating on me. They had a Reddit page dedicated to hating on me, bro. These niggas despise me, bro. Shout out to the NBA Live community. How y'all feeling these days? Fuck niggas.
A year went by. No NBA Elite 12. NBA 2K12 dropped, however, and it was another amazing game. NBA Live fans were disappearing by the second. So of course, when it was announced that EA was working on NBA Live 13, hardcore fans of the series were excited.
I wasn't.
The name Live.
I wasn't, cause we ain't seen no gameplay. Hey man, you can't fool me. You can't fool me. Cause I was looking at it like this: either they gonna re-release NBA Live Elite, or they came back with something nice. But I ain't believing shit till I see some gameplay. All they did was show that screenshot. And then we didn't hear nothing else after that.
That Live 13 would focus on being an all-new experience that captures on the future of basketball. No one knew what that meant, but it sounded cool. Unfortunately, EA ended up canceling Live 13 due to the game's development being a disappointment. EA said that next year's game would have a huge focus on quality, as that would be their main goal. And just like that, it had been 3 years since the last NBA Live game. NBA 2K13 released, however, it was another great installment. And then EA actually did it. They released NBA Live 14 in 2013.
Hot ass garbage, nigga. Hot ass garbage. Hot ass garbage, bro. Hot ass garbage. NBA Live 14 is hot ass garbage. Throw it in the trash. Throw it away. Burn it. What KG say damn, what's his name? I forgot his goddamn name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I want you to take NBA Live. I want you to take it. I want you to pour gasoline on it and burn it. Burn this fucking game. Burn it off the internet. Burn it out of our existence. This game shouldn't even be. We shouldn't even know about this game. This game was hot garbage. Hot doo-doo. Baby shit doo-doo. Cat shit doo-doo. Dog shit doo-doo. Ate a whole thing of Taco Bell doo-doo. That's how garbage this game was.
13. Finally, NBA Live was back. NBA 2K14 was another great game.
The GOATs. I don't care what y'all say. NBA 2K14 might. I would say NBA 2K14 might be the GOAT, even though NBA 2K16 does a lot of things better than 2K14. My personal opinion, I still feel like 2K14 on next gen is the GOAT. I'm sorry, that's just me personally.
So hopefully Live 14 was too, allowing basketball fans to have two good competing games in the market. Unfortunately, NBA Live 14 was really bad. It was a glorified demo, a hollow shell of what was once a great franchise.
It was a re-release of NBA Elite. Nobody talks about that. NBA Live 14 is NBA Elite 11, but they just polished it up a little better and shined up the graphics. That's literally all NBA Live 14 is. It's NBA Elite 11. I'm telling y'all. Go look at NBA Elite 11 footage and then come back to this and tell me those games aren't identical. They are.
Player models were atrocious. You'd be better off playing Live 10. Massive clipping problems, ugly animations, nothing to do in the game. It was a mess. The Dynasty mode was so bad that you could trade Prime KD straight up for Darren Williams. In the Game Informer review of the game, writer Matt Burtz claimed that in his Dynasty mode, the Hawks won the title, led by Martell Webster. There was no logic to the game. It had a mode called Rising Star, which was EA's attempt at creating a My Player type of mode, but it was terrible. The game
Garbage.
was as bad as everyone thought Elite 11 would have been if it released, but it was worse because EA took over 3 years to make the game. People were waiting this long, and for what? NBA Live 15 and 16 were more of the same, critically panned, and nothing worth playing.
No, 15 was okay. 15 was okay. It was an improvement. It wasn't the best. But 15 was okay. 15 was solid. It's when you get to 16. When you get to 16, RIP to NBA Live. RIP to NBA Live. RIP to NBA Live. Garbage.
This was while 2K was in its prime, with 2K16 being another entry that many would call one of the greatest 2K games ever made. The trailers for NBA Live looked promising, and many players who loved NBA Live when they were younger were curious, hoping, wishing the series would return to being somewhat respectable. Live was cancelled yet again, with NBA Live 17 not releasing. It was pretty much over for Live at this point. Live 18 released several days before NBA 2K18, and for $20 less too. The game introduced a new career mode where you could take a player through the streets or the league, and it got much better reviews than any Live game had since Live 10. Live 19 released
It was alright, but it was mediocre at best.
The next year, and it was also a good improving game. However, it was too little too late. The games weren't good enough to sway too many people over from 2K, and Live had become a meme. Their brand was tarnished. Live 18 and 19 were not bad games at all. They even do a few things better than NBA 2K does. They started innovating again, being the first game to offer the WNBA, and still the only game that lets you create female players in career mode. But overall, Live is still worse than 2K. They have the same flaws as every other sports game EA makes, and despite not being microtransaction riddled, the core game just isn't there. And even if it was, NBA Live's brand is so tarnished that it likely would never be able to beat 2K. While 2K is getting worse in many areas, Live still hasn't gotten to their level. But for the future of basketball video games and based on the direction 2K is trending, NBA Live needs to get it together. 18 and 19 have promise, and now the Live team is taking another hiatus to work on the game. They have
And this is how I got blackballed by NBA Live. This is how I got blackballed, ladies and gentlemen. When they put this out, I made a video. Go back and look at it. NBA Live 20 is canceled. When I put that video out, the NBA Live community disrespected the fuck. Look at the comments. Look at the comments down below. They was disrespectful, bro. The NBA Live community was hella disrespectful. The devs blocked me. Somebody on Twitter reported my page and my Facebook page. Hey, the NBA Live community, man. How y'all feeling these days? How y'all feeling, bro? Y'all good? Y'all straight? Did you miss me, bitch? Did you miss me, bitch? 'Cause I'm back. NBA Live community, I'm gonna make y'all lives a living hell. I sat back for far too long, let y'all niggas disrespect the fuck out of me. I let the devs block me on Twitter and basically blackball me. Man, fuck y'all niggas.
Come out with a good product next time around, or else
I still love y'all though, but fuck y'all
It's
niggas.
no surprise that NBA 2K is so intertwined with popular culture. The only people playing NBA Live these days are longtime fans of the series who miss what they once had and are trying to force themselves to like it.
Facts.
2K players
Facts. And I would call them out by their names, but I don't want to start no wars. I want to do it so badly, but I don't want to start no wars. I don't want to start no wars, bro. I'm a lot older now. I'm in a better place now. I want to call them out so bad, bro, because they trying to relive the glory days, knowing that this game franchise is dead, bro. It's dead. Let it go. Just let it go. Trust me, I tried to help. NBA Live community, understand, I tried to help. I tried to help y'all make a better game, but it's clear that the developers don't care, the company don't care, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. That's it. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain of the 2K of the NBA Live community. I can give a fuck about being the villain of the 2K community. 2K community love me. It's them NBA Live niggas though. I've always had beef with y'all, bro. And I'm the one that want to see y'all shine. It's just I have to be harsh with my criticism. I have to be real with my criticism, bro. And shout out to all the other content creators that was being real around the same time I was. And it was a lot of them too. And they weren't 2K niggas. They were actual NBA Live niggas, bro. And even they jumped out the NBA Live community. You want to know why? Because the NBA Live community is a dangerous place, bro. It take a lot. Trust me, it takes a lot to be in this community and try to change the way how things are. Because you're not going to change anything, because one, NBA Live fans are fucking delusional. They're hanging on to the past by a fucking thread, failing to realize that the franchise is already dead. You haven't gotten a game. You haven't got a game in almost 5 years now. Think about that. You haven't gotten a game in almost 5 years. NBA Live has been on a 5-year fucking hiatus. They ain't came to you with screenshots, gameplay, nothing. Mocaps. Ain't nobody leak shit like we did with NBA Live 18. Remember NBA Live 18 when somebody leaked some shit? Leaked the screen and how the menu was going to look and that the WNBA was going to be incorporated into the game. Remember them leaked screenshots? I remember them. NBA Live community, bro. Y'all have to understand, bro. Your franchise is dead. The company that makes the game, they don't see it as a profit no more. So they're not going to do anything with it. No matter how much you beg, no matter how much you cry, no matter how much you ask, they're not going to do anything about it. They're going to keep releasing the game on mobile every year because it makes money. They're going to focus on Madden. They're going to focus on FIFA. They're going to focus on UFC. They're going to focus on NHL. Why? Because it makes profit. NBA Live don't make profit. It's a dead franchise, and y'all have to accept that. It's y'all fault why it's dead, because y'all accepted the bullshit for so many years. You didn't speak up when you were supposed to. The niggas that jump ship to 2K, they're not ungrateful. They're not pieces of shit. They're not traitors. They were the real ones. They knew who was winning. They knew who was making a good product. So you can't be mad when motherfuckers jump shit. You can't do that. You have to understand. You have to look at the surroundings. You have to understand. You are the consumer. Your money generates their profits. If a game sells 10,000 units first fucking week, you think they gonna put their resources into that fucking game again? Fuck no. Think. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So why continue with it? That's EA's motto. I thought that would make them want to make a better game. It turns out it only made them not want to make the game. They realized EA is pulling the rug from under y'all, bro. Now imagine if we did that shit with 2K. Imagine if we had 2K do NBA Live numbers first month, I should say. First 6 weeks, they do 10,000 units. 2K would be in the lab cooking up the best 2K we ever fucking had. Guarantee you. Microtransactions would be half price. They would be in a fucking bag. But the problem is, the 2K community, just like the Madden community, has accepted mediocrity. That's just where we are now. We just accept mediocrity. I don't accept it. Like I said, I wait for the game to be $20. With 2K is $20 around Christmas and holiday season, that's when I get the game. I get 2K when it's $20. Because that's how much it's really worth. It's gas money to me. That's okay though. Y'all do y'all.
Microtransactions, cheese, and server issues in modern 2K games. These players always go back to 2K, however, because NBA Live simply isn't real competition. While Live 18 and 19 aren't bad games at all, they're missing a lot. The gameplay, the presentation, the game modes, the attention to detail, it's all lacking. How could it not be after coming from games like Elite 11 and Live 14? 2K, despite having some major issues that recent Live games have been trying to capitalize on, is simply better at its core. Anyone who gives Live a chance will eventually realize this and go back. This might earn me a few dislikes from the extreme 2K haters of the world, or the last few NBA Live hardcore fans, but this is true. No one wants to be caught playing NBA Live, no matter how good the game might be in your eyes. I bought NBA Live 19 at launch. I gave it a shot. I didn't even buy 2K until Christmas time. NBA Live's The One mode is actually pretty good. While the career part of the mode isn't as immersive or in-depth as 2K's, the fact that you start out as a 70 overall and develop quickly is huge. The online aspect in Live is arguably better than 2K's. While there isn't a neighborhood to run around in, or your own apartment, or any of the cool flashy parts of my career, Live has easy to join online matches of 3v3 and 5v5 that are a ton of fun. In 2K, it can take forever to simply get into an online game and park. That's not an issue in Live.
That is true.
And with Live, you can develop a player really fast, meaning you won't, and actually can't, feel inclined to spend real money to upgrade your player enough to be competitive online. Would NBA Live be microtransaction riddled if it was the only or the top NBA game? No doubt about it. But because it's the underdog, EA is trying to capitalize on 2K's greed by offering a humble, non-pay-to-win game. In fact, if all you do in 2K is play Park, and you're getting fed up with the game, Live might actually be better for you. Unfortunately, however, switching to Live completely is nearly impossible. For one, because Live 20 was delayed, the rosters are outdated, and the game doesn't feature the current rookie class. Another important thing to understand is that no one plays live. If a friend comes over, they will likely laugh at you if you ask them to play it with you. Because of the overwhelming popularity of 2K, it's going to be unlikely that you'll have any real-life friends that will play with you. And of course, most importantly, Live isn't as good of a basketball game as 2K is. The gameplay, while not being bad, it's not as good. Its league's better than Live used to be, but it's not close to 2K. It does some things better, but it's not better overall. Beyond gameplay, franchise mode is a joke, and we aren't even going to compare it to My League. Player models look bad, jerseys have mistakes in them, arenas don't change when you give a team city uniforms. Despite having the ESPN license, presentation is really bad. The game simply lacks attention to detail, which is something 2K has nailed year after year. If you want to see why 2K is so far ahead of Live, all you need to do is fire up a game of play now. That said, Live 18 and 19 have proved to be big steps forward for Live. Unfortunately, they suffer from the same core issues as games like Madden, FIFA, and NHL. But Live 19 shows promise. Despite being developed by EA, the Live development team is different. They respond to feedback online. They are really trying to make it...
Shit. Why they blackball me then? Why they blackball me then? If they can handle constructive criticism from motherfuckers on a goddamn Reddit page, why they can't accept constructive criticism from me on my YouTube channel? I'm just explaining what's wrong. I'm just saying, bruh. Why I get blackballed? We'll never know.
A good game. They are delaying Live 20 for all the right reasons. The game is not trying to suck the money out of players' wallets, but instead convert the growing number of unhappy 2K players.
Bitch, when? It's been almost 5 years. Since when?
And maybe even bring back the hardcore fans of NBA Live.
Never will.
At the end of the day, competition is ideal. We should all be rooting for NBA Live, because the better NBA Live is, the better NBA 2K will be.
We're supposed to root for NBA Live. We should. But how can we root for them when they never make a good game? How can we root for somebody that doesn't make a good game? How do we do that? How do we make that happen? When they can't even really make a good game, bro. 2K keeps raising the bar. Even with no competition, 2K still raises the bar. While NBA Live is like 3 games behind. They could come out with a good game, but they're 3 games behind their competition. Their competition keeps raising the bar. They did that shit 3 games ago. NBA Live does certain shit that NBA 2K did 3 years ago. NBA 2K off that. They on something new now. And it works. Come on, man.
We got NBA 2K11 right after NBA Live 10 gave 2K some real competition. Without competition, games start to stagnate. You see it with Madden, with NHL. We need NBA Live to take the promising parts of 19, improve and expand them, and spend this time working on the core issues of the game. Maybe, just maybe, when Live returns, whenever that may be, it'll be good. We should be rooting for that. If EA releases one more bad basketball game, especially after another break, NBA Live will be dead forever.
It's too late for that. It's too late, bro. They already dead. It's too late. It's too late. Regardless of how you may feel, it's too late. NBA Live is dead, bro. It's been dead. It's been almost 5 years. A 5-year hiatus. You really think niggas is gonna come back for a 5-year hiatus? Now some might. Some might, because 2K has been dropping the ball. 2K has been dropping the ball. But still, they keep raising the bar. When is NBA Live gonna meet them at the bar? We're talking, and we're not just talking the innovative things that they've done to make their games more a set more polished for new users and stuff like that. We're just talking about the simple shit, bro. Animations, graphics, attention to detail, real simulation basketball, bro. I'm sorry, but you cannot make. Now listen, if you gonna do arcade-ish type basketball, do that in the online street mode. But don't do it in the actual game, bro, because your competition has raised the bar. You can't do arcade shit no more. You have to meet them at their standards, bro. They are the bar. Regardless of how niggas feel, 2K is the bar. You have to meet them there. You got ESPN under your wing. You did utilize it right in 18. In 18, you did utilize it right. But when you go match them in the graphics and the animations department, that's all we asking, bro. If you can make a game that plays and looks similar to 2K, then we have a competition on our hands. That's all we asking for. Make a game that's on par with your competition. Don't make a game that looks like it belongs on a 360. Don't make a game that looks like it belongs on a PlayStation 3. Don't have a game with animations that look like they came from a PlayStation 2 game. Don't do that. Make a game that's going to be on par with your competition. Your competition has set the bar. Meet them at the bar. That's all EA gotta do. That's all NBA Live gotta do. Will they do it? Fuck no. Why? Because like I said, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, it ain't not gonna make a good fucking game. But that's it for this one right now. I will see you all in the next video. Tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Fuck EA. Fuck the developers. Y'all can eat a dick. And the NBA Live community, fuck y'all. But I love y'all. But fuck y'all too. Y'all can eat a dick too. Anyways, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see y'all next video. Till then, peace out.